Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, let's get into today's topic video. It is going to be for the 6th of October. And again, guys, just remember that we are entering into our full moon, which is also our biggest, brightest supermoon of the year. And so happy October 6th and supermoon energy. All right, so we've got a Six of Pentacles and an Ace of Wands for the energy around the 6th. The one thing with this Ace of Pentacles card, or excuse me, Ace of Wands card, is that we have this masculine who's like scratched over his own face. So it's like, I know what I desire, but I'm also afraid to come forward and say it. I know what I want, but I just won't show my face and acknowledge it. I want somebody to give it to me, but I don't want to say that to them, not in a point blank manner. So it kind of feels like somebody who's, kind of sidestepping, kind of moving behind the scenes. Six of Wands, it might be like they either fear rejection. They're like, no, I have to feel like something's going to be successful before I would do it. Which, I mean, none of us like to fail. None of us like to get, turned down. Now, whatever it is that he's passionate about, though, doesn't have to be about love. This could be anything in life. We have a Ten of Wands. It's interesting because I actually think that he might be getting beyond the worry or that feeling like I can't possibly have a mistake. I can't possibly get rejected. That would suck too bad. This is possibly him saying, on the other hand, big deal. So you try. Worst case scenario, you don't get a response back. That's okay. We get the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. That Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is like, it's now or never. So we go from, I want this, but I don't want to admit it. I don't want to put my face out there unless I'm going to have success, because I really need to have success. But then what's the fear about not having success? We don't get everything that we want in life, but at least we try for it. And now all of a sudden it's like, well, then, yeah, I mean, this is the moment that like carpe diem. So I think somebody's about to do something brave, even though it started out like, I don't know that I can put my face out there and try for this. But now it looks like they're going to. And sure enough, we have a phoenix rising from the ashes. This could be a day of great confidence boost. The full moon, and it being a super moon, everything gets amplified, right? So our desires and our subconscious and everything that we really feel gets kind of ratcheted up several thousand notches. And ideally, because it's also about, a time of like transformation and a time of releasing things that like, ideally things that hold us back and become a better person and kind of soar. I could see why this could be a wonderful day where somebody shakes off we'll say the ego of like wanting to only do something we know it's going to be a slam dunk and everything's going to go well. It feels like he's saying, I can't worry about how it's going to turn out. I would feel more successful if I go after this, regardless of if I crash and burn. So that's a pretty big like 180 that he's doing on this single day. And this could be that he rises like a phoenix from the ashes. Three of Swords. He wants something back that once upon a time broke his heart, or that he feels like he missed out on, something that it felt like it didn't go well. But he's like, I got to go after it again. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I can't let this be a missed opportunity. I'm not going to be the reason something doesn't work out after all. I have to fight for this one last time. What or whom are you fighting for? Five of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is like him against himself, as far as like, I have to fight for the thing that I feel like I missed out on. I have to go chase down the thing that I should have fought harder for before. I have to try to remove obstacles, because it has been such a disappointment that I lost something really special, or I lost someone really special. I should have gone, direct. I should have told them how I felt, or I should have just shown up. And I didn't. I let this slip through my fingers, and it has been okay. It has been something that he's always wanted to course correct. This is somebody basically fixing something that they they didn't fight for enough once upon a time. And I'm going to say it might have been her. We have a star card. There could be an Aquarius, possibly a feminine. It was definitely somebody or something that they felt was their wish fulfillment. If this is a person, I mean, they really put her on a pedestal in the sense that like she was just who they wanted. She was the one that they wanted, but for whatever reason, they let, and like a problem that occurred, they let that problem, or that time apart or something that didn't work out right. They didn't try to fix the rift between themselves and her. And that's been their biggest regret, is that they didn't fight for this. They didn't try to fix it. And God, that's sitting in regret and saying, why didn't I try to, find a solution? I should have done that. So that's what they're doing on the 6th. They're going from, maybe this is that reality check where they're looking at their own ego and saying, maybe that's why they didn't fight for this before, is they were afraid of like, what if she still says no? I don't want to be told no. So even if we have a problem, I'm not going to try to fix it with her. Then it's like, oh my God, I've been missing her all this time. I've been missing out on this opportunity all this time because I never wanted to try it again unless I knew it would be perfect. But now, what the hell? I'm this one suffering here. I'm the one feeling like I missed out, and I don't like the feeling of missing out. I don't want to hold back anymore. So it's a day of like, I think a surge of really positive emotions. And ideally, I mean, if a full moon and particularly a supermoon gives us the realization that we can change our outcome. I mean, of course, we don't have to wait till a full moon or supermoon to do this, but it just amplifies the idea that if we ever look in the mirror and we go, you know what, I'm not happy about. I'm not happy about the way I've been doing things. I'm not happy about the way I've been conducting my behavior. It's a great time to say, well, then why don't I just do it better? Why don't I just become the person that I'd rather be? And full moons are great for that. 3 of Swords and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so it definitely feels like both people have had nothing but a heartbreak. And this, she's got the 7 of Pentacles here. He had the 7 of Pentacles here. So I'm going to say on the 6th, it is definitely a day, at least in his mind, that he's saying, why did I not try to heal things with her? I think I broke her heart too. Or I know we both were so wounded when all these conflicts and problems came up, or when we both ended up out in the cold. We were both wounded. So why did I let this go on and on and on when I know she was hurt too? And I don't even know where she's at today. I don't know if her heartbreak over what happened between us has ever healed. But this just says, if I don't break the silence with her, I know there won't be any broken silence. It's going to be pain, and she's just carrying on. That's kind of what he assumes. It's like, after all this time, he's like, I don't see any change in her. But if I'm the one who didn't fight for this, then she's just going to carry on and say, it's just a heartbreak, and that's just what we live with sometimes. I've definitely had to be that person in my life before, where it's like, well, there's not a way to undo a pain or something or a heartbreak that I've experienced. Instead, you just carry on, and it becomes a part of your life. And it's like, you still live a good life, a wonderful life, but there are things that it's not like you'll ever forget, and it's not like those things didn't hurt you. It just becomes something that you carry, and you continue on, and you live a beautiful life. But it's not like you got closure or healing from something. It just gets assimilated into, one more chapter of what your life is. And I almost feel like he's aware of that. Like, she's not healed from this, but she's just going to carry on. And he's over here saying, no, I don't want to sit here and have this heartbreak. I want to fix it. I'm wondering if this motivation for him to fix it. Let me just ask, raw and real here, why do you have such a motivation to fix things with her? We have a 3 of Pentacles sideways. Again, I would just say there's some element where it's like, because did I really give it my all? This says I might only given 50% of effort in a relationship. 5 of Cups sideways. And so, it's a loss, right? It's a devastating loss. And it's like, I know we both feel it too. So she must have expressed to him that it was a really sad thing that there wasn't effort put in or something. We have a 9 of Cups upright. I wonder if he thought at one point in time that it wouldn't be that bad to let this go, that he could be happy and it would just be fine. Knight of Wands, I don't know if he thought he'd go out and he'd flirt with a bunch of other people and she'd fade out of his mind. She didn't. Queen of Pentacles is there. I don't even know if he could move on and try dating anybody, because it's like I keep seeing or sensing or feeling or comparing everybody I meet to her. Where's that dignity? Where's the... Also, I feel like he knew that she would have kind of been even like judging him. There she is again with the star. I don't know if they met in Hollywood or something, but there's something here where it's like there is literally nobody else but her that has rocked his world. You want to go date other people or get other people's attention, it won't matter, because the person whose attention you really want is her. So I kind of feel like this is a huge eye-opening thing for him on the 6th, and it's become like, I thought I could be happy, I thought I could move on, there's so many other fish in the sea, but you know what? He's not trying to go fishing. He found a star. Who cares about the ocean when you were looking up, at the cosmos? He knows that this is so much more important. There's only one of her. All the other fish in the sea, you could never put enough together and make them into one single star that she is. So I gotta say, man, he has had some serious realization that this is it. This is his person. And he didn't put effort in. He instead tried to say, that's okay, we had problems and it just didn't work out. And it's like, that's not acceptable that we had problems and it didn't work out. I didn't try to fix it because I thought I could just move on instead of fix it. I feel like there was just a lot of maybe ego or something, or, not knowing how to fix something. Or the reason he didn't know how to fix it was because of ego. Please remember, this could be same-sex couple, reverse gender roles, but we certainly have somebody who's like, well, she's irreplaceable. So with that star card, it doesn't matter how many people I thought I would go out and date. Did you go out and date a bunch of people with that Knight of Wands? Because I don't know if she's going to have you back. We have the Hermit, we have the Four of Wands. No, that's what he told himself he'd do. It didn't work at all. This is like, are you kidding me? I've never been so freaking lonely. I've never been more by myself. I've never been more unable to try to get other people's attention, because I kept thinking she's the person. I do think that if they thought about asking other people out, I just don't even think, it's like their skin crawled or something, like being around other people, because none of them were her. What do you do when you've already met the person that you actually want? Nobody else is going to fulfill that. Nobody else is going to, take your mind off of them. And it just feels like maybe they kept thinking, I'll meet somebody so much like her, though I'm sure there's got to be another one like her. Notice how we have the two identical feminines. I'll meet somebody just like her and marry her, but we'll be good together. And it's like, they've been single all this time. They haven't met anybody else. Maybe that's the other reason they're just now having it sink in. This was the 1 in a billion. I already met my lobster. I met my 1 in a billion. I met my swan, the person that I want for life. And there's not anybody else that's going to replace her. So what the hell am I doing? Not putting all the effort I've got into this. So it looks like a big turnaround on the 6th. He's ready to go after it. Final message on this. Justice card sideways. He could be a Libra. It doesn't have to be. Could be a Virgo also. We saw that Hermit card. She could be an Aquarius. She could be a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus with that Queen of Pentacles. We've had a lot of different. We've had every element represented here too. Also, he could be a Cancerian with the Chariot. Scorpio as well with that Judgment card. But to end here with that Justice card sideways is looking like there's a lot that needs to be fixed because it kind of feels like, you know, walking away from an important connection that someone knows is really important, but saying, I'll just replace that with something else. That could be a pretty big, like, karmic lesson. But I will say this, it's halfway through that karmic lesson also. Acknowledging this and realizing this is why I can't move on. This is why I've never moved on, is because she is she is that special. That right there just like reduces 50% of what that, karmic lesson is all about. So it's like this might not be as difficult to course correct because now he's taking, I guess I'll say, the more authentic action, the correct action. That's actually pretty nice to see things turning around as much as they are. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I mean, yes, these two still have an awful lot to sort out, and there's some karma to face. But on the other hand, all we can ever do to balance the scales is start doing the right thing, start doing the true thing, start operating off of what our heart really feels, and that's when things start to go a lot better. Okay, let's take a peek here at somebody whose birthday is on October the 6th. All right, let's see, what do we have? We have a Knight of Wands, we have a 10 of Wands, we have a 4 of Swords in the reverse, and we have a 7 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, that's actually good. We're getting a little bit more, like, energy is clearing out. I feel like we have a character who is possibly going to have, like, the next year of their life could be filled with adventure, could be filled with, opportunities to explore different things. It feels like it's a year of exploration, not a year to sit silently, not a year to lie to oneself and pretend that, like, okay, I'm ready for, like signing my name on a dotted line. It's more a year to like pursue things that are going to help a character to heal. So it could be like, I want to travel a little, I want to go explore, different healing modalities. I want to go and, pay attention to things in my life that I'm inspired by. And it almost feels like somebody who maybe got out of a really bad chapter of their life where they felt very suffocated for a while. And if they're feeling more free now, they might be really enjoying this sense of freedom to just pick every day what they want to do, not answer to anybody. If this is somebody who's like been divorced or something from a difficult situation, it's like, I'm single. I get to date whoever I want. I get to work on healing myself. I get to taking care of my own, like releasing old wounds, old traumas. I get to rebuild my self-confidence. And you know what? This is the year of me, and I'm not even playing. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not trying to be silent about it. I'm not trying to lie to myself. I'm ready to take care of me for a change. That's what I see here. It's not selfish. It's just it's what our character seems to be like needing to pour energy into themselves. At least that's until they feel great, and then maybe their priorities will shift again. But all right, guys, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.